Hi friends, good morning. It's nice and warm in Ohio. Literally, we have how many days left today?
4.
It's 4 days left if you count today in 75 hard. If you've been following my journey, you know that we started this October 1 and it's been 75 days of mental toughness training. So I thought I'd just come live today and kind of talk about my thoughts about it. I know that there's still 4 days left and I could still learn something, but just kind of like what I've learned about the challenge if you're thinking about doing it, and about challenges in general, about changing, about being disciplined, that kind of stuff. So 75 hard is not a health challenge. That would be my first thing. I think people do it for reasons. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get so fit because I'm gonna be following a diet, I'm gonna be working out 2 times a day. But I would say that if that's your reasoning, I would not choose 75 hard, especially if you're trying to build a healthy lifestyle. You don't have that in place already. This would be a very, I don't know, I think it would be setting yourself up for some hard lessons. Now, that being said, does that mean that some people can't do it for health reasons? No. Are you waiting? But I would not recommend it. As a health professional, fitness professional, I would not recommend this program if that's your goal. Now, if your goal is to build some mental toughness, to get over the bullshit that you got going on in your head, then I would recommend this 100%. So I guess that's the thing that I learned the most, is that your mind, if you can control your mind, you can control anything. You can control your body. Your body isn't the one that needs to be convinced in anything. So it's always your mind. It's a decision, discipline that you have to make. And then you can almost will your body into doing anything you want it to. Obviously, there's some limits, but in this 75 days, we have not reached them. It was always my mind that was wanted to quit. You know, it's always my mind that's like, oh, it's 23 degrees out. You just woke up. You got so much stuff to do. You didn't sleep long enough. You got to do this. You got to do that. You don't need to go on a walk. Like, just call it a day, you know? There's so many things, breakthroughs that I had personally about mental toughness, on how much more I'm capable of, and where that limits that I place on my own self, and my own life, that I choose to place them there because they're uncomfortable, right? So this challenge mostly has taught me to be comfortable in being uncomfortable, which I thought I already was. So that's the funny thing, is that I thought I was already pretty comfortable with being uncomfortable. But honestly, when you have those really tough days, you don't get those that often, because we don't like hard things. Like, us humans, we like the easy path. One of my business partners, I don't know if he said it in a meeting or if he put it on his status, but he said, we all want mental toughness, but we always choose the cheese puff path. I thought that was hilarious, because that's what we do. That's what I do. We're always looking for the ease. What's the easy way? What's the hack on this? What's the, shortcut? What's the best way I can do this? The fastest way I can do this? And sometimes the best way to do something and the most efficient way to do something is the hardest way to do it, right? Because that's where you grow. Out of this whole 75 days, there's probably been maybe 3 days that were really, really tough for me. And I would say those are the days I woke up the next day and I was like, I can freaking do anything. On the days that were easy, I'm like, you don't feel changed, you don't feel challenged. And so I think that's what life's about, honestly. I guess I just had that thought, we get bored in life when it's easy, right? And we start looking for problems. And so this has taught me to really believe in myself and my abilities and what I'm able to do with my mind. And then 2, here's another one, and I'll just leave you with this. But if you guys have any questions about it, you can always reach out to me. when you're focused on where you're going and what you're doing and getting better yourself, you don't have time for anyone else's bullshit. Like, you don't even have time for your own bullshit, so you're definitely not going to take it from anyone else. And we got a lot of, just like offhand comments and stuff about it, which is fine. I honestly don't care. Some of the jokes are really funny. But you just gotta be so focused on where you're going and why you're doing it. You have to know why you're doing it, because people are going to question it. You're going to question it. So you got to get that right in your mind first on any goal that you want to do. Why are you doing this? Because you're going to need to come back to it. Now, if you're setting fluffy goals that you don't have to ask yourself that question, then I would challenge you to set bigger goals, because you're selling yourself short. Like, there's so much more you can do. Even if you've done amazing things, even if you have, a really disciplined life. Like, I have a pretty disciplined life. It took me 10 years to build before this, and this was still challenging for me. So, I don't know. That's pretty much all I got. What did you say? You said something else. Jared's here too.
Remember?
Doesn't remember. It does help too to have an accountability partner. So if it's not your spouse, having somebody to kind of talk to you about what you're going through, because it can be isolating, which I think too is like chasing your dreams, changing, building a better life. Be a goldfish. I do like that. Well, you can't really mess up in this one. That's the thing. Goldfish.
Yeah, you can. Forget about what you did yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It's a brand new day. Another day. One more day.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's the other thing too, is just think about your next, take it into small chunks. Like, there were some days I woke up, like probably in the middle when you still had like 30 days left or 40 days left, and you already did. Like, when you already hit 30 days and then you have another 45 days left. Mentally, that's pretty intense. So I found a lot of days just thinking about not how many I have left or not how many I've done, but like just the day in front of me. And if the day was too long, because sometimes the day is too long, you think about the next workout or the next sip of water or the next, the next meal, the next thing you're going to eat, that's the next best step. And I do that in workouts a lot. If it's a long workout, I just think about the next rep. I'm always thinking just one more rep, just one more rep. Sometimes I can't think in rounds or minutes. Like, if it's a long AMRAP, you've got 20 minutes left in the workout. You can't think about 20 minutes left. You got to think about just doing the next rep, and that's it. And then after that, you think, okay, well, I did that rep, I can do one more rep. I can do one more rep. And it's kind of like a mantra. But again, any big goal, you're going to have to do that at times. That's all I got for you. So thanks for coming to my 75 hard talk. I gotta put my hand back in my pocket because it's freezing, even though I got a glove on. It hurts to hold it out here. But thanks for following. Thanks for all your words of encouragement. I know a lot of people have been really encouraging to both of us. So thank you. I appreciate you. I will, if I see anyone chasing goals, this is me. Okay, if I get on, if I know anybody's chasing goals, I am like the biggest cheerleader ever. Because I know how bad it sucks to go through the change and transformation process. You're already beating yourself up. You're already saying, why should I do this? And so that's why I choose to be the biggest encourager. So when I give you encouragement on Facebook or in person, I mean it. It's not empty. Even though I do it to a lot of people, it's because I know what it feels like. And I know you're working hard, even if it doesn't show up yet. So God bless you guys. Thanks for being on my journey. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.